Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Walking back to the backyard here. You can kind of see some of the snow back here yet in the backyard. We did end up getting 18 inches of snow, I think, on Monday. It was a pretty nasty day around here. I did make it into work, but did a lot of snow removal, things of that nature. This is a view from my backyard. And if you can't believe it, on Monday, we had 18 inches of snow. And today, it's supposed to hit 70 degrees. Last week, Tuesday, or this past Tuesday, I think it was a high of 18 degrees. So I suspect most of the snow will be gone by the end of the day. I got these IBC totes. They're 275 gallons. My plan this year for these is going to be to use them for watering the garden, and also I'd like to try to make a shower out of one of these. And I'll make the shower out of some cedar fence pickets, but I'm going to elevate one of these totes and use the water to shower off after working in the garden or working out in the yard. We're on city water here, so anything you can do to cut down on that water bill really helps. What I want to do today is I want to get these things clean. I'm going to take them, I'm going to pressure wash them. You can see it's got bird poop on them, mossy, nasty growth on these. Yeah. If you're going to use these for gardening, you want to try to get some that are in good shape, good quality. And I found these two on Facebook Marketplace. I think I paid $50 a piece. You can find them anywhere between $20 and $100 depending on condition. One thing you want to make sure of if you're going to use these for maybe collecting maple syrup sap or watering plants is that whatever was in these before you had them was biodegradable or food grade for human consumption. I've seen these with biodegradable mulch dye. I'd probably stay away from those. Sometimes you can find these at your, if you got some local manufacturing, you can find these with grape juice in them or pickle juice. You can find them with all sorts of different oils like vegetable oil, canola oil. Those ones usually work best. These I think had ethanol in them. That's why it's flammable. Not fit for human consumption. We're going to use these for the garden, but we're going to make sure we wash them out really good. I have two other ones just like these on an up north property. One of these weekends I'll get up there and bring those back. I'd like to have all four here kind of lined up. I plan on elevating these off the ground a little bit. So we'll elevate these about 18 inches, just enough to get a watering garden can underneath them to fill them up. Otherwise, I plan on hooking up some batteries and a battery pump. That way we can water the garden with these. We'll be able to, rinse off after working in the garden with these. And I plan on, conveniently enough, I'm going to hook them right in to that garden downspout. We have about 360 square foot of roof on just this side that can hopefully fill these up, and we'll have close to 1,200 gallons of storage, of water storage for the garden. So let's get these up front. We're going to get these on the driveway. We're going to pressure wash these and clean these to the best of our ability. Let's get started. I'm just going to start by giving these a pressure washing on the outside. Pressure wash some of this stuff off on the inside here. It's pretty scummy. And then I do just have some Dawn dish soap pressure washer. Hasn't run since last summer. We'll see how many pulls it'll take. But one thing I did want to mention, which side is it on? These spigots here, these are not MPT thread. These are, I believe they call it an S60 by 6 coarse thread. So if you try to get some normal fittings from your local hardware store, they're not going to fit. Probably have to go online. You could probably find something on Amazon, some sort of coupler that goes from this coarse 60 thread to MPT. Some of you are probably wondering what the dimensions of something like this is. I got a tape measure here. I'll figure it out quick. We got just shy of 48, looks like 47 and a half. These are rough estimates. By 40. Oop, can't get it. There we go. By, looks to be about 46-ish. So if you plan on putting these in a tight corner, I would maybe up those maybe an inch. They might vary depending on the brand or where they're made. One more thing I wanted to add was, if you plan on using these for maple syrup, I just took this cap off and you could still smell some of that ethanol that was in this tank. So keep that in mind if you're going to use these for collecting maple sap. That will transfer over into the taste. These are still more cost effective than purchasing something from Tractor Supply or Farm and Fleet or one of your farm stores. Again, just make sure that these are food grade and that the product that was in there doesn't leave an aftertaste in your sap, which will transfer over into your syrup production. One thing I wanted to show everybody is, as you can see in here, that hole down there is not the lowest point in this container. So if you saw me rocking this container in the video, it's because I was trying to slosh some of that algae that's in there out the spigot. I'm gonna rinse this out now with a garden hose. Maybe throw some Dawn dish soap in there, get some of that stuff off the walls, and call it good. Sometimes it's hard to find good help, but I got one of the best helpers. Make sure you get all four sides. I'll bring you in here closer. We'll have a final look at it. Yeah, that's a lot better than what it was. I don't feel so bad watering the garden with this now. One thing you can do to clean these out yet is you can put 40-to-1 bleach in there. 1 part bleach to 40 parts water. That'll sanitize this a little more. We're not going to be using these to drink out of. Just watering the garden, maybe taking some showers or rinsing off outside. And now you can find these on Marketplace. I've seen them go anywhere between $20 and $100 depending on condition. They're not all perfect, as you can see up here. There's some dents in the metal and stuff. But overall, I think I paid $50 for these a few years back. Look around on Marketplace. You can usually find them pretty cheap. If you're willing to do the work and clean them, you can get them a lot cheaper. If you want them already cleaned up like this, you're probably going to pay $80 to $100 for these. But they're pretty plentiful. Just make sure you get them that are like food safe. There wasn't biodegradable mulch dye. There wasn't any harsh chemicals in these. You don't want to use that for, if you're not willing to put it on your skin, I wouldn't water the garden with it or wash your hands with it. Okay, we got one down, one more to go. The next few weeks when I go up north and grab the other two, we'll have to wash up 2 more. But I don't know. With setup and washing these, I probably have 30 minutes into just the one. The next one should go quicker because I have the power washer and the hose is all run and the soap and everything. So I'm hoping the next one only takes about 15 minutes. So overall, 45-minute job. These will do well. So this is where we're gonna put these. This is the back side of my garage. It's about 16 foot wide. That'll fit all 4 here. I'll level this out. I'll put some cement block down or some cinder blocks. We'll get these elevated about 18 inches off the ground. And I'll tie them all together. I'll bring in this downspout here and come over, and it'll fill one in series. So they'll all fill together, and then I'll have a PVC pipe coming off. I'll have just multiple ports where I can run one to a garden hose to the garden for watering, one for a shower, one for filling watering cans, and maybe one just for washing your hands or washing some tools. The main goal of putting these here behind the shed is, one, they're out of sight, so the neighbors don't have to see them. We do live in town, although it is a small town. I'd like to keep the property looking a little nice for the neighbors. Also, we are on city water here, so try to cut down on that sewer bill and water bill. So anything you put down the drain here, you also get charged for sewer for it. You can get a deduct meter, but they usually don't pay out in the end. You don't use that much water to justify it. So yeah, we'll use these for watering the garden, washing up, maybe watering some of the wife's flowers. And thank you all for joining me on this video. Stay tuned for the next. Thank you.